Yo guys, welcome back to the Transfer Daily YouTube channel, and we are back today bringing you the latest updates from the football transfer market, and starting off then with a deal that I spoke about was close in a previous video, and that is Evan Ferguson to AS Roma, and he's set to join Roma on a loan deal from Brighton. And now Brighton have given the full green light, as it was expected in the last days that it would come, and it came yesterday. And the full green light is done, as the agreement is done for an initial loan with a loan fee, a high loan fee, plus a €40 million buy option. So the buy option is there at the end of the loan for €40 million, which is obviously very expensive. So let's wait and see if Roma do activate that at the end of next season. So it's medical tests, and then Evan Ferguson will sign in as a Roma player, as Ferguson was very, very keen on the move to Roma this summer from Brighton on loan. A deal now is closer between Igor Paixao and Olympique Marseille, after Marseille have sent a new proposal to Feyenoord, as the parties are now closer together. And it's closer, and we know there's interest from several clubs in Europe. Leeds United opened talks with Feyenoord recently, but Paixao's priority is given to Marseille. So Marseille are confident an agreement will be reached soon for Paixao, after the final stages of talks will take place next week, and Marseille will try to complete the deal. And we know that a potential deal could be around €30 million for Igor. So Igor, full priority. We know there's already an agreement on personal terms. Leeds tried to open talks, but currently they are off due to the player's preference. Renato Veiga then can leave Chelsea this summer, with several clubs interested, and we know in January he joined Juventus on loan. Juventus are happy with Veiga, but the buy option was too expensive. But Juventus interest remains, but currently financially not a viable deal for Juventus. And Bayern Munich is another team who have Veiga on the list. So let's wait and see if Bayern Munich do make an approach for Veiga. But currently for Bayern Munich, the full focus is on Luis Diaz, and if not that, Nick Woltemade. So let's wait and see. But one club we are going to talk about is Atletico Madrid. And Atletico Madrid made direct contact with Renato Veiga's camp earlier, in the last few days. And he is keen on the move to Atletico Madrid. So at the moment, Veiga is keen on a move. We know Atletico Madrid's top target for a new centre-back was Cuti Romero. They have other options on there after that deal now is very, very unlikely to happen in Piero Hincapié, Renato Veiga. So let's wait and see. But as I said, it's an expensive deal for the European clubs, as Chelsea want a package in excess of €40 million. So it's an expensive deal, but let's remind ourselves that Atletico Madrid are also prepared to spend important money on Cuti Romero. So let's closely watch, and one to watch is Renato Veiga and Atletico Madrid, but also other top clubs in Europe do have interest in Veiga this summer. Richard Rios, and we know that Roma are pushing for the signing, but Benfica officials have been in Brazil for the last week or so trying to get a deal done, and now they have him. Richard Rios is set to join Benfica on a permanent transfer from Palmeiras, and we know Benfica have just signed Enzo Berentia on loan from Aston Villa, and now Rios will partner up with him, as a deal has been agreed for a package worth around €28 million, but this will be paid in 3 instalments. So as we know, Roma are pushing, and in the last week they managed to convince the player, but also, as well as the player was focused on a move to Roma, but they convinced him to join Benfica, and also they got the green light from Palmeiras in the last day or hours. And the medical test will take place next week, and then Richard Rios will sign in on a long-term deal to become a new Benfica player from Palmeiras. At the start of the summer then, we know that Liverpool were looking for a new striker, and then as it developed on, we knew that Alexander Isak was the dream target, but then we also knew if that wasn't it, then Ekitike would be. the top target. And Hugo Ekitike is set to join Liverpool on a permanent transfer from Eintracht Frankfurt. And Frankfurt get another big sale for a striker, but as we know, Newcastle United were pushing for the deal for Ekitike, which then kind of forced Liverpool into the approach for Isak. Then Newcastle didn't change their stance on Isak currently, so then they pushed forward with the signing of Ekitike. And a full agreement has been reached for a €95 million package, which is around add-ons, but also initial fee and then the add-ons included, which adds up to €95 million deal. And Ekitike, we know, only wanted Liverpool, very keen on the move as it's his dream club for Ekitike, and he will sign a 6-year deal until 2031 as a new Liverpool player. So then it's a medical test which will take place in the next days, and then for Hugo Ekitike, he could join up with the Liverpool squad for the tour in Asia, which he is set to travel on soon. So thank you for watching the video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.